this team coming into today, at least individually, they look like they have the capability to be some of the best Rocket League we're going to see.
Oh, for sure. And once you get control of that mid-range game and establish that line,
sure,
you could dominate on both offense and defense. Now, unfortunately, when you do overextend yourself into the opposing zone, and if both of your players are over there, you don't get the chance to defend, and it could be a long shot goal for a snipe on it, or you could just lose control, and you got 2-on-0, and goal easily goes in. So that mid-range game, especially with this team coming up right now, is going to be amazing.
I think we're going to see a couple of aerials today, and I know that you and I are big fans of that, so I'm looking forward to potentially what we could see some flip resets maybe on the docket. Who knows? We only know by playing the game. Speaking of, but looking back to both last week and maybe how today's going to go, what are you looking forward to most from at least this start of the tournament? Is there any kind of gameplay, style, personality? What are you expecting to see?
This time of year, they don't.
Well, there's a lot to expect to see. So this team last week had a lot of good defense.
That's right.
And like I said before, they had a lock on the mid-range game. I think there'll be more offense today. Hopefully we get a couple demolitions. I'm gonna predict 2 demolitions, maybe 1 on each side or 2 by the same team. I feel that it's going to be a good game, and it's going to be a bit more offense.
We got like a couple of overtimes at the end of last week, but most of our games were sweeps and all best of 3, so we didn't get a lot of game 3s. Maybe today something will be a little bit different. Speaking of that, let's bring in our current champions from last week who have now qualified to play here today. Rad Moves and Dylan Coy, a.k.a. Max and Dylan. Gentlemen, welcome into the final stage, the last showdown. How you doing? How's it
doing great. What is up, friends and faithful?
It's great to see you guys. I know that you guys played through a gauntlet of best of 3s last week. Now, I'm going to start with you, Dylan. How does it feel to be in this position, to be teaming up with a celebrity to play against your former teammate?
I went to the Twitch.
Honestly, it feels so unreal. If you told me back 25 years ago, like, that I would be standing shoulder to shoulder with gaming celebrities, I would have thought you were wacky.
I know, it's a lot. Max, same question to you. How does it feel to be in this spot? You're going to have to play against Dylan. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, Dylan's a great player. I know he'll do great with or without me, so I'm excited to play against him, and, of course, excited to play with and against pros.
That's awesome, guys. I'm really proud of both of you for getting to this point. And that brings me into the celebrities they'll be playing with. So it'll be Jamal, Charles, and Dylan, a.k.a. Dylan Coy, and Devon House and Max, a.k.a. Rad Moves. You guys got any bets against each other? Who do you think will win between the two of you?
Oh, this is
I think Dylan's gonna take me out here. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
Dylan's
go.
playing really well.
I'll just take a game 3. We had a lot of sweeps last week, but this is still a best of 3. So if you guys can get a couple overtimes going, make it look fancy, I'll take it from there. But before we send you guys on your way to get ready for game number 1, we do want to ask you, Max, anything you're predicting for this match? Do we have to keep a lookout for any aerials? Like, what are you expecting going in?
I'm expecting a lot of shots from Dylan, for sure. He's definitely a shooter. He's going to put those shots on, so it's going to be tough to save some of them, for sure.
Yeah, I always figured I operated better on the back foot.
Okay, I like that. You know what, Dylan? I'm expecting a lot of shots in this series. So if we can get like the 5 to 10 range, you're going to be right in the ballpark. But gentlemen, good luck going into this best of 3, 2 games to win. We hope you guys have fun. Thank you so much for being here, and congratulations once again.
Congratulations.
Thanks
guys.
for having us.
Folks, that, of course, is Dylan Coy and Rad Moves, a.k.a. Max and Dylan. We're going to see them on the field again. Something that stood out last week was their defense, you and I just talked about. But specifically, before we get into our first game today, again, all best of 3s, we want to, again, let you know that there's going to be a link available in the Twitch chat. Our mods will be pushing it around, and the channel membership will be there as well. Don't forget to go support your Special Olympics members, but you can also do that by donating at tiltify.com/SOI. Again, the link will be available in Twitch chat. We'll be pushing it around all day. If you want to donate and support Special Olympics, do so. tiltify.com/SOI. So that now brings us into this situation, which, of course, is the beginning, the start of game 1. Cameron, we've had a couple of discussions about what are the predictions going to be like. What are these players going to be bringing into the field? What are they expecting? Aerials, big shots, maybe an OT. I want to get a prediction from you. I asked you last week, hey, are we going to get a game 3? You predicted it. We never quite got there. What are we getting today?
Close. We were close. I'm going to stick with my prediction this time.
Okay.
Either game 3, close game 3, or we're going to see a game 2 overtime, 5-minute overtime.
I'll take a game 3
overtime. Either game 3 or a 2-game sweep.
I would love a game 3 overtime. That would be amazing. Because just look, if we can go the distance, that means everybody gets a chance to show what they got. I'd be very excited. Remember, go donate in the link available in the Twitch chat. I see you in chat. I know what you're doing. Go donate and support Special Olympics. Speaking of, game 1 is almost ready to go. So with that, without further ado, Cameron, let's jump into game 1. Let's get it going.
Let's get it going.
Championship match we all wanted to see. Now we get a chance to do it. Jamal Charles and Dylan Coy versus Devon House and Rad Moves. Look, if we get a kickoff goal to start in the first 30 seconds, I'm going to have a great day. But,
I'd love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to, again, the midfield defense that we saw last week was really, really impressive, and specifically how trusting your teammates can lead to opportunities, not being selfish with the ball. That was a big benefactor for the successes last week for Dylan and Max.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, there's a bump there. Honestly, I believe that the offense combined with defense, I feel that Jamal Charles and Dylan Coy really need to get a cohesiveness going here, figure out what's going on, because they're going to set it up and figure out who's playing D.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a while to get kind of the team orchestrated hits going. Something we talk about a lot at the professional level is kind of setting your footing early on in a game 1. Again, you only have a game or 2 to really figure it out, but in this specific instance, remember, on the blue team it will be Jamal Charles and Dylan Coy. On the opposite side, in orange, it will be Devon House and Rad Moves. But to start, a couple of threatening shots, nothing too dangerous, and we try to move the ball back into the midfield. This is where we start to see a lot of teams focus on passing to one another, right? Using that midfield, that spacing, it's so important, Cameron.
Yes, so that spacing is key.
That's right.
Obviously, you don't want to separate too much, and you don't want to get too close together, like that long clear right there.
Right.
You want to make sure you get that spacing down, and you combine the two. That could be an easy goal.
Now, for maybe viewers who are just tuning in for the first time today, or players or fans who maybe have never really seen Rocket League at this level, when you're talking about that midfield spacing, or you're talking about, using your boost to get back on the ball, why is that so important for somebody who's never really watched high-level Rocket League?
So it's important, as we see right there by a goal by Rad Moves. It's important for them to learn about these things because it's a great opportunity.
Right.
And you want to make sure that you get the gist of it. If you need to look up some technical terms and statistics, and overall, it's a fun time.
Right.
I really hope people look into getting into these kind of things.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to really kind of spread your wings, right? Practice a little bit and get an opportunity to get better at Rocket League. It's a game that's taken the world by storm as of late, but specifically it's so accessible. So if you're ever wondering how to get more involved, not only will the information be there in the chat, but also we'll be telling you kind of the nuances of Rocket League and what maybe the more important things are to focus on. But to start, we already have ourselves a goal quickly early on for Devon House and Rad Moves. I didn't expect maybe it to be already 1-0, but the fact that this game seems as close as it is a good sign of things to come.
Oh, for sure. It's good that they got an early goal, especially with Dylan Coy having a pretty good mid-range shot.
Yeah.
As he goes for the attack here, shot on goal, and it's stopped. Going for the rebound, and it's in. What a shot by Dynamo 9-2. Oh, man, now that was a great goal. He shot it himself, he got the rebound, and got the goal.
I mean, that's
pristine.
That's just good patience. Also, another thing we talked about a lot last week was being patient with your teammates, giving them chances to get into the play and contribute. Even they are catching the rebound right on the goal line, sending it on its way. Have ourselves a tie game with 2:40 to play. Halfway through game number 1 of this best of 3. Cameron, we got ourselves a tie game. That's something we didn't really have a lot last week. Already things are changing here.
Oh, for sure. The ball is really flying around a lot here today. I would say if nobody gets a goal by the 1-minute mark, I feel like game 1 could go in overtime.
I would very much like it if it does. But back to the midfield. We'll see how the counterattack begins. Great pass into the box. Just a little bit wide of connecting with his teammate, but we'll circle back around. And now an absolute chance on the defense to at least clear this ball away and give them a chance to kind of breathe for the moment, because it does feel like they're a little bit too stuffed up on the goal line.
I don't know.
No, it's not baseball.
Where is it coming from?
Yeah. And we're not coming through the mics.
What the hell do we come through now?
I don't know.
Oh, you know, VHD60 is not plugged in. That's why.
So that's what down here?
Yeah, it's down there. So we're coming through, but I still don't know where the commentary is
Plugged in.
Yeah, it's plugged in there, but it's not plugged in into the back of this. Oh. Yeah, the mic is on the other side of the room because it's the microphone from the camera.
Well, the HDMI cable's going over there somewhere.
Yeah, that should just be right there.
Well, it's going towards you. It's underneath the desk or something.
Oh, it might be underneath the PC from when I moved it to do Couch Dudes.
It's over.
It's right here.
Oh wait, I grabbed the wrong cable. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's this one. Okay. Is this HDMI? No. This needs to plug into this one.
Excuse me.
Okay. So I still don't know where the sports commentary is coming from.
Well, I think it's done now.
Oops. What? Oh my god! I just squirted that off the screen. Okay, get out of here.
I don't hear any sports commentary now. We still are across the room.
Yeah, yeah.
The commentary is no longer audible.
Can you hear it?
Good flip kick towards the goal, but unfortunately he just shot it wide. Not off the post necessarily, but he was really close to tying it up. And there it is. He's trying to get back, and it's a shot.
Where's that coming from? That's what I want to know.
Stop now.
I know I muted the thing. Like there's nothing else open over here, and it's coming from this side.
It's probably Facebook. Unmute it so we can hear it.
Even though it's 2-1.
That is what was on Facebook, but I'm not on
Red
that
Moves
page.
had a lot of defense going on, and not only that, he was scoring goals too. And I love how Devon House was really backing him up.
Yeah, I mean
those setup shots. I think he passed him the ball
That's
to
right.
get it up the wall and to get the pinch off the
ceiling
ceiling.
pinch. I mean, like, look, again, like a ceiling pinch, you're not going to see that really too often in 2v2s, but the fact that it happens here, not only is just impressive, but it shows the coordination, communication, and the teamwork that was available towards the squad to be able to get that job done. Specifically, though, in Game 1, really, really impressed with their ability to kill the time off the clock. A lot of times when you build a lead in Rocket League, there's like this pressure that we need to maintain it. We need to make sure we don't get scored on. They did a great job on defense, but they also just punched the ball downfield and allowed the time to run away in the game. That's why this is a great Game 1.
There was a lot of punch-outs or clears, as they call them in the game, and that was fantastic. Once you clear that ball out of your zone, even with a 1-0 or 1-1 tie, or getting the ball downfield for a potential shot, and just clearing the ball in general when you have a lead is one of the smartest plays.
It is, and specifically shout out to the defense there in game number 1, but also a quick shout out to one of your coaches, John Frederick, who's I know is watching and probably a big fan of Rocket League. So
love you, Coach John.
We want to keep giving support to all of our athletes and as well Special Olympics. Make sure to check out the link in the available Twitch chat. The mods will be pushing it around. Let's get ready for game number 2. See this go potentially the distance to 3. We haven't gotten an overtime yet. We got close. It was a 2-1. Are we ending it here in a sweep? Are we continuing the trend we had from last week?
Ooh, you're catching me off guard here.
Hey, you like that?
Honestly, like I said earlier, I could go either way.
Okay.
I don't want to make a prediction necessarily because I'm usually always wrong.
Here's the thing. Like, last week, Lily was clairvoyant. Like, we need to put that on the table. She was predicting everything correctly. I'm going to transfer some of her energy into you right now. What do you what's your prediction? I feel like you got it locked down. What are you thinking?
I would, as much as I don't like to predict, I will say we'll go to a game 3. Not necessarily overtime. It's fine. 1, but I think we'll go to a game 3. As this is one of my favorite arenas here, is the Aquadome, I believe, right? It's one of my favorites. It's got some great visuals. There's a little shark at the top.
Oh,
and a goal. Was that Devon House that just scored that?
It was Rad moves.
Rad moves. Okay.
Did a nice job of following with the ball, staying patient, watches it through the corner, gets one bump to help, and then waits, holds the boost, and pushes right into the play to secure the goal on the goal line. Nicely done to start off.
I love how Rad moves is scoring these goals early and getting it done.
That's right.
If you didn't notice, Devon House was really close to punching that ball in towards the end. My prediction is here that Jamal Charles gets his. Sorry. Devon House and Jamal Charles gets their own goal in this match. I would love that.
I think it would
goal
be
for each NFL star.
It'd be great for just storylines.
Bye.
Goodbye.
That's weird.
I know. What the hell? Literally nothing is open.